Hey guys, I know most of you wanted to make money in this world before you retire, right? Maybe in 10 years, 5 years, I don't know what's your goal is. But if your goal is to make money and become a millionaire one day, not wait for 40 years, you need to know what are the habits of millionaires. Like they studied several thousands of millionaires in US and around the world, and they looked at the habits, and then they found out some of the habits are actually similar, right? And that's what we're going to talk today. We're going to give you like 10 different habits of millionaires they studied, and then if you just follow that path, right, if you would get there, because that is their unique habits that we are going to talk about.
Yeah.
Let me start with the first one. The first one is, what did they do? Everybody works for money, right? Everybody go to work Monday through Friday mostly, or sometimes nighttime, or weekends work, or part-time work, maybe 3 4 jobs. Everybody put their time on it, and work for money. They get money in return, right? But millionaires let the money work for them and make more money out of that. So,
Right.
we talked about this a lot in other episodes. We are not going to tell you how to do this, but you understand that you put money, you make more money. You make more money, and then use that money to make more money. So once you have initial money, $100,000, I think we talked about it. It's easy to make next hundred, next to next hundred, like that. But making that 100,000 is the hardest part. First 100,000, and once you get there, getting to the next one is easier. You have anything?
Oh no, wait, kid. I'm just going to talk about the second one, like have multiple income streams, right? We
Sure,
always talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
having multiple income streams, and if you studied some of these millionaires, it's not just one income, because that's risky, right? To
The
have all.
average actually has 7 types of income streams, right? Average
Sorry,
millionaire.
oh yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's a known factor. For average millionaire has at least seven income streams, and we talked about in this seven income streams in one of our previous episodes too. So and also it's making sure that you mitigate the risk, right? If you have only one income stream or even two income streams, it's a little risky, right? Because what if your only something happens to your only income stream, right? And you're done, right? That's it. And compare, simple math. Compare one income stream to seven. One goes down, that's okay. Two, three, four, even six, that's fine. But that's rarely happens, right? So
Yeah.
that's why millionaires have seven, at least on average, seven income streams. Again, we're not going to talk about what those sevens are. I mean, if you have been with us for this long, we are reaching our 1 year anniversary. You guys know a lot more than seven. So just wanted to add that point real quick.
Right. Yeah. So let me move on to the next one. So the millionaires always like to learn. Like if you probably look at all those rich people, they have a bookshelf. They they have, they always continuously learn from their mistakes, or from the books, from other people. They have a goal. They have, like, they want to learn this new things this year. They have, they want to go up and up and up, not down, right? Like if they got into one level, they wanted to go to the next level. They wanted to make 10 million, and then they wanted to make 20 millions. So they always have that thrive in them, right? They're goal oriented. They have a specific goal, and they just keep on moving in a positive direction. That's one of the, I think, one of the habits, everybody should have, but millionaires, most of the millionaires they studied, they have it.
Yep.
And so let me move on to the next one. So what did they do, millionaires? Like in their teenagers, right? Where they start investing from their teenagers. So
Correct.
maybe from their parents, like their parents probably instigated that, or their friends, or they studied something like, ignites their mind that they want to become rich. Probably they never got money. They never got pocket money from their parents,
Right.
right? And they want some money. They're after the money, and they go to library in the schools, and they
Right.
look for ways to make more money. And
Yeah.
that's like that's how they start investing. Maybe they put like say $100 in their teenage on a cryptocurrency. And
When you said $100, talk read about Damon Johns. I think he was given only $100 from his mother.
oh,
His mother gave him Damon Johns is one of these Shark Tank guys, right? He's a
right, right,
millionaire
right.
investor, and I think if I remember his story correctly, he
Was he
started
like a
off.
teenager at the time?
He was very young. He was very young. I'm not sure whether he was a teenager, but maybe because we are talking about late 80s. So I
Wow.
believe he was either a teenager or an adult, young adult at that
Right,
time.
right.
He got $100 from his mom. That's the only part I remember. And then he invested, he reinvested. So that's how he became a millionaire. So just to add my example there.
Yeah,
Sorry,
wow.
I cut you off. Sorry,
I
I
didn't know
just
that.
just came to my mind.
Yeah,
You
yeah, I didn't know that.
talk about crypto.
Great, yeah, great example. Yeah, it's just like I was just giving an example. Like I know some of the kids asking for $100 from their parents. When they asked about why they need $100, and they were just talking about putting in crypto. They want to buy Ethereum.
Yeah.
So they were like only like fifth or sixth grade or something like that, very small,
Okay.
right? So that something instigate them, and they started investing. They would definitely become a millionaire, because that if you just seed those thought process, you want to become rich, the money
Mhm.
is important to
Yeah.
your kids, and you have to start investing early, and it's automatically ingrained into their mind, and that's one of the main habits. And
Right.
next one is like millions. Most of the millionaires, if you look at, they all surrounded themselves with the successful people. Like
Right.
five. What did they do? Like five of their closer friend, if you look at them, they would the average of their worth is their worth. So if you take five of their closer friends, average their worth, and then that's their worth. That means that
Right.
yeah, they're actually looking after above them and below a little bit, maybe closer to their richness.
And Venkat, what I want to add to what you said was not just millionaires, right? Even moderately successful people. If you take any successful person
Right.
for that instance, right? Not, doesn't have to be a millionaire. My small business owner, my friend, my master, Taekwondo master Harris. He always
Mhm.
said this. He's a successful businessman. He's not a millionaire, but
Right.
he's a successful person. He's a successful entrepreneur, and he always says this point: surround yourself with successful people. That means no naysayers.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're surrounded by people. You think Steve Jobs or Steve Wozniak was a naysayer, and Steve Jobs was surrounded by naysayers, and if there were any naysayers, he got away from them.
Right.
If you have watched the movie, you would understand that. If
Yeah.
someone was not up to his standard, but I'm not necessarily saying what he did. I'm not talking about his behavior or his. I'm not going to critic his personality. But
Right.
if you want to be successful, you have to be surrounded with successful, similar thinking minded people. And again, it's not just millionaires. For any person to be successful, you have to be surrounded with uh, people who are not naysayers. You just
Yeah.
someone who encourages your thought process, or at least giving you the encouragement that you needed.
Right, exactly. Yeah, in this case, it happened to be a money millionaire, but in any other cases, it could be a job growth or
Yeah.
anything, right? But yeah, the next one. Let me move on to the next one. What did they do is like they don't comply. Like if you look at the millionaires, they don't comply. They did take responsibility, and then just start moving on. Like let's say if they fail in one project, like we mentioned before, like 7 different income streams, right? So they would move on to a next one. They would move on to a next venture on that, right? Maybe a successful venture, make it successful, whatever they failed on, and they learn from that, and then they just take their lessons from there and don't complain about things. Like poor people complains, like poor people just complain about all different things. That's why they don't take responsibility that
Mm.
they were born poor, but they don't want to die poor. uh, it's just they will just keep on saying, complaining about others, but don't work on it.
Exactly. If you're born poor, that's a different story, but you cannot die poor. That's what you said, right? So
Right.
because you will, I mean, of course, you will have struggles, but still the opportunities are there. There are so many successful people who were born poor. right? And
Yeah,
but they end up being millionaires. So they didn't just wait there and start complaining, I was poor, I don't have the opportunities and all that. They just broke through those shackles and did something for themselves. And did what they did was they didn't complain. That's why they were there.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And the millionaires also take risk. They don't take just any risk. Like normal people, they just go and take just dump money into different things. They don't do that. They do a calculated risk, right?
Mm.
Calculated risk means like they know exactly they are very educated and they know what's going to happen. Like in this situation, technology companies are doing really good. They're like profiting like their profit is soaring like anything like just in second quarter in 2020, every companies was going down, but the technology companies going up. Probably most of the millionaires bet on those already, and they probably made a lot of money. They double or triple their money
Yeah.
just in quarter two, right? They take calculated risk on their investments. They don't do a impulsive like decisions like
Right.
most of the others do, just by looking at some Facebook group and somebody says put all the money into this specific cryptocurrency that's never been even you know nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
It's not like Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's something else. And then they just put all the money in there and they lose all the money.
Yeah. Do
They
your
don't do
homework.
that. Right,
They
right.
did their homework.
And also millionaires always think long term, right? So like just like I said, like they know exactly. They went through $100,000. First $100,000 takes long time, lots of work, hard work, and then next hundred, may it just going to go down, down, down. As soon as you reach the $1 million, once you have $1 million, making another million, it's going to be very easy. Think about $1 million, 10 to 20% return, right? How much it is? It's $200,000 you'll get, right? $200,000 every year
Yeah.
you get. It only takes 5 years to make one more million, but it probably
Right.
took
Exactly.
10 to 50, 20 years to make that first million. That is that they always think long term because they know this. They went through all this path, they know this, and then they have a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 20-year plan, all this planning, financial planning they have.
And also the important factor is here, Venkat, 5, 10, 15, 20, they have the right process in mind too, right? When you have a plan for 5 years and you have a 20 plan for 20 years, millionaire, one thing that they do is they have the right process in it. When you have the plan, you drill down the process as well. So the important
Mhm.
part is you can set plans, but these guys, what these guys did was they have the right processes. Who
Right.
are the people I need, what kind of money I should have in my savings in order to achieve this in 5 years, and what are the things I should should not do. All that processes, you can easily put those processes in place to achieve these plans. So what most of the people do is they have the plan, but they don't have the right processes in place. So these guys stand out from the pack because these guys, not only they had the plan, they had the right processes in place too.
Mm-hmm. Right, right, right. Yeah, that's true because they are cultured, right? They've been doing this for a long time. Probably it's not like they overnight they became a millionaire,
Yeah.
and we are talking about millionaire from the scratch. Like if you
Oh
talk
yeah, not
about
inherited.
yeah inherited millionaire, they probably lose everything.
Right.
And our talk about the football players, they get $10 million, 20, 30 million, $40 million a year.
Yeah.
They will lose everything. That's there's a lot of stories about it.
Yeah. You
So
don't handle it right.
right. So the next one, you wanna
Oh
uh,
yeah, so live beyond. I love the way that you worded it, Venkat. Live below their means, because we always talk about living beyond their means, right? Just because you're rich, just because you're a millionaire, or even um, someone who's below the millionaire, right? I don't know how to call it, but you don't have to show it, right? You don't have to buy a Lamborghini if you're a millionaire. You don't have to buy like a 10-bedroom, 7-bath house in on Beverly Street, if you're a millionaire. And if you have studied these guys, I've seen this Facebook post some time ago. Warren Buffett, he had this 3-bedroom. I mean, of course, he may have some other houses, but his main
yeah
house is only 3-bedroom house
40
somewhere.
40 50 years he has been living in the same
Living the same. house, and it's just a
Yes,
good example.
$6 million, I think.
Yeah. And so there are so many people who earn a lot less than Warren Buffett has, like 3 million, 4 million houses, right?
Mm.
So live below their means and invest your money. Going back to number one, make money work for you, right? Instead of
Yeah.
using the money that you already earned, and reinvest, use those income streams, income generation means. If you have excess money, you don't have to buy Lamborghini $7 million houses if you have money. So that's one of the common things of, even if you study Bill Gates, some of the billionaires
Mhm.
I'm talking about billionaires, not just millionaires.
Yeah.
You studied their life stories. They're very humble. They don't show off. Even Mark Zuckerberg too. We're talking about billionaires again. But yeah, and again, it's about living below your means. That's a common thing amongst these millionaires.
Right. Yes. The last one is like, what do they do? They if they focus on the health too, in addition to the wealth, what is like they're always focusing on their wealth, but they also focus on their health because they know that health is wealth. That's why they do. Probably seen people jogging, doing all this exercise,
Right.
and
And
they're
and
mostly millionaires. They are.
yeah, and the thing is, Venkat, it's when you exercise like these millionaires have a lot to do in their day, right? 24
Mhm.
hours may not be enough for them. So what they do is they exercise regularly. So it's a mentally they're
Mm.
prepared for the day. And so you can really focus really freely if you exercise regularly, and if you have a routine exercise in the morning, evening, because people exercise for various different reasons, and one of the main reasons is to get that peace of mind. And
Mm.
these guys, millionaires, they need that peace of mind because they got $1 million to handle,
Right.
right? And they're still million. If you studied some of these millionaires, they're still millionaires because they have the peace of mind to manage his or her millions. So you
Right.
have to have that peace of mind, guys. That's why they continue to do this, and it's not just for millionaires, it's for anybody. If you need peace of mind, exercise regularly, because like you said, health is wealth.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so these are the 10 habits of millionaires. Uh, this is just to give you, like, you can take these and you can try to practice these, and sometimes it actually helps you to become a millionaire. We covered the frugal habits. So I think if you just follow those frugal habits and the millionaire habits, you would get into financial independence very quickly than if you just do it in your own way, right? Because these are all proven,
Tested, yeah.
already proven. It's already out there, and you just follow their path. That's it. Right. Thank you guys for watching.